last 10 years before that, we just read off of our notes, so this is helpful.
It helps me explain it, because then I don't, it gives me, it helps me understand myself by writing it out. And with the detail that's involved in them, I just wanna make sure I got it, all my I's dotted and T's are crossed. But anyways, on our hearing meeting, April 6th, there were, 2 conditional use permit requests and 2 variance requests. And I'll just start out how they were listed out as they came on the agenda. And the first was a conditional use permit petition involved the landscape plan presented by Tom Good of Golden Tree Landscape for the property located at W1762 South Shore Drive, tax key number PCT 00001, owner Steve Menza. The land in question is lake property and the affected area is within the 75-foot watermark. Therefore, compliance must adhere to the rules set forth by the county and state. The town's approval or denial helps guide the overall decision-making process. Landscape plan set forth is for the removal and replacement of trees and shrubbery. Because of the plan's thoroughness and complying with all the requirements set forth by the county, the planning commission decided to act and thus unanimously approved Steve Menza's conditional use permit. I, therefore, move that we approve Steve Menza's conditional use permit, property located at W1762 South Shore Drive, tax key number PCT 00001. That's it.
All right, so we have a motion to approve that first CUP. Do we have a second?
Second.
Barb Church, second. Discussion, questions?
Was there any participation from neighbors or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, well, it was, actually, the meeting the month before, a homeowner, a neighbor came to, give his, affirmation for the work to be performed, but there was no representative at that time, by, Golden Tree, the landscape company, nor the, homeowner, which was, thought it unusual, but, so we tabled that because there was no true representative, it was just a neighbor that.
Was in support.
Was in support, of it, correct.
Just to clarify for the board, when I reached back out to the couple of, requests that were on the meeting that they didn't show up, because we were in that transition with the carpet, they thought that it was a closed meeting, even though the website and the door said closed, offices closed, the building is open for planning commission and court. They didn't understand that, and that's why they didn't come to that first meeting, so they were sure to come to the next one.
No, it's all done now.
All right, any further questions on that one? Need to vote yet? No other questions? We have a motion, to approve the conditional use permit at West 1762 South Shore Drive. On the motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None.
All right, well, the second conditional use permit, the second one on this was another conditional use permit and involved a cell tower located at 9080 Highway ES, tax key number PET 1000008A, owner SBA Towers 2 LLC. You wanna know where it is? It's in, Todd Shield's backyard. In any case, the request was for the installation of additional equipment to increase the quality of reception in our area, in effect providing better service to its customers. The planning commission considered this to be a straightforward decision, so we acted. The conditional use permit was unanimously approved.
It seems like there was one of those within the another one within the last year.
Frequently.
That was for a new tower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that was one of
Which one?
the.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
that was AT&T, and that
But
was,
wasn't there another?
There may have been another.
there
one.
was right here on ES, we're doing, and so that needed a conditional use permit, which I believe was approved unanimously. I don't
So
think
it's a
we
regular
have,
thing?
but I also don't think there's much leeway in denying some
There isn't
form
a
of
lot.
tower
FCC or whatever.
stuff,
Especially on a type two location, cause that's just equipment.
right,
When you have to put a new one up, there's a little bit more, but not much.
right.
All right,
But you're right, it was one on TS and then the one on O'Leary.
Moving on.
Did you?
Motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did that. Okay. I move that we, accept the, conditional use permit for, SBA Towers Two LLC, located at North 9080 Highway S, tax key number PET 1000088.
okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second, discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Thank you.
Okay, number 3 on the list. This will be our, last two variances, and, the first variance, came from Tim and Barb Behrens, owners of land. Landowners of parcel PA 16060002, located at North 8568 Stringers Ridge Road. The request is to allow an increase in fence height from 6 to 8 feet. The fence creates a separation from their neighbors. Current zoning allows a maximum height of 6 feet. Because of the adverse effects that have occurred over time with the neighbors and with seemingly little resolve, the planning commission determined it would be in the best interest of both parties to increase the fence height to 8 foot. The planning commission acted and unanimously approved the variance request.
So then this will still go to county?
Oh,
Oh, the variance is due. They have come. Yeah, they'll decide.
And this was done after the fact, obviously, we saw the pictures. But
What was done after the fact?
the variance request, after the
no.
fence is already built.
No, there was a complaint, and then I believe Tim got information, the county says it won't get a variance.
Aren't they increasing the size of the fence based on this?
Yeah.
Oh.
8 foot tall.
Yeah.
6 to 8 foot.
Is there such a thing as an 8 foot tall fence in the whole township?
Well, I know you have to change the fence, I mean, but.
They do that for exceptional circumstances, and that's what they call variance.
The county's gonna have to look at the variance standards, the planning commission should have done that too regarding hardship and other factors. The county will have to look at that too.
Yeah, with variances and conditional use permits, the town is advisory. But they won't act until they have our advice.
So does that mean with this variance, if Jim is questioning whether or not it's after the fact, does that mean the fence is gonna change?
I wasn't questioning that, I just was questioning your question. whether it was after the fact.
Will
I
it
don't
be
know, I don't know if they will increase or not, they just, right now, they're, exceeding according to, how they're being contested on the height of the.
3 inches?
Yeah, it's 9-10 inches when you would, see, the fence is, it's actually 6 foot by dimension, the lumber, but because they have to elevate it off the ground, it's not a perfectly level yard, but it's relatively level, but just the difference in the height from the ground to the bottom rail, they're taking that as using that as, they're starting at the ground level and going up to the height of
That's
the
all
top,
they
the
measure,
post.
And that's not.
So-
Keeping the fence level.
But it's,
That's how they
Right.
measure off,
Is it-
they measure off the ground, so the top
Right.
of the fence is all they
So
always
in
do.
order to keep the fence level when you have land changes, some places the fence exceeds, but in the higher spots, it's.
Yeah. and I doubt if, I don't know what the, they just want to allow the fence to exist as it is, basically, I don't know if they intend to build it up to 8 foot. I mean, it just,
Kinda hard to do
Well,
that.
that
I
Well,
know,
probably
it would
should
look
have
fun,
been
it would look
discussed.
weird, I mean.
What was on their application? Did they request the 8-foot fence?
Yeah,
Well,
on
this
the
is-
application, yeah.
Strictly,
Yeah.
make it from a 6 foot to an 8 foot fence.
Then that's what the county's gonna look at,
Yeah.
Yep.
an 8-foot fence request.
but it was turned down.
Motion?
We need a motion. You done?
I'm just trying to wrap it around my head. As far as that goes, I know that it's a very difficult thing to do, and I'm not any one of the parties, but an 8-foot fence just seems like, I've never seen that around. I've been around a long time, and just,
Yeah, I just can't see taking out a 6-foot fence and putting up an 8-foot fence, that would be a tremendous pile of money.
My understanding is they're not doing any changes to what's existing, that because of the land variations, there are places where it is 8 feet, is my
Well,
understanding
it's-
from working.
Well, it's actually, I believe, 9 or 10 inches beyond 6 foot.
Right, but I mean, it's not
So it's-
that they're adding to the existing fence.
But if they're granted a variance to 8 feet, that could happen.
Yeah, they could have done that.
Potentially.
it wouldn't be that difficult to add another couple, 2 feet or whatever on top of the
Yeah,
fence.
the wind would knock that over.
What?
You think the wind would knock that over?
Oh, it depends on your carpenter.
Okay.
Well, anyways, I make a motion that we, approve the variance for, Tim and Barbarians, tax key parcel PA 160600002 located at North 8568 6 Stringers Ridge Road.
All right, we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Barb Church, second, discussion?
Yeah, sorry, this isn't an uncommon ask, is it? I mean, in the community asking for, okay, 6 foot is the variance, do a lot of people come in and ask for higher than 6 foot?
No, this
Over
is
time.
unusual, because
Or is it just known 6 feet is?
he put in a 6
That's
foot,
what you do.
and there's a complaint, so the county sent him a letter. Without looking at it, but he sent him a letter, so he reacted to what the county said, with a variance, so that's what he did. That's
Could
why-
they have requested a variance to 7 feet? Or
Oh, sure,
6 feet?
and may end up when, he had his hearing, he may end up asking the same questions.
Or a variance of as it sits, so just, you're not adding, I mean,
Well, that's kinda hard to quantify as is, take pictures.
So Jean, your understanding was that because of the fluctuation of the elevation as they put the fence in, based on kind of
That was my
adding
understanding.
to it?
That was my understanding,
Yeah.
but I wasn't at the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Jen handled the meeting this month, so.
And Pete's left.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, and a motion to, approve that variance at North 8568 Stringers Ridge Road. On the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye,
I,
opposed?
nay.
Two.
I'm sorry.
Okay, roll call vote.
Church, and I'm gonna say that as long as the planning commission voted unanimously, I'm gonna base my support on what the planning commission did.
Clarkowski, aye.
Race, nay.
Cassahona,
Wales, nay, and the reason is I have an issue, I just don't wanna set a precedence here of, because there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of fences, and there's a lot of, I just, for some reason.
Yeah,
That's
for
why
me-
I say, it's not that I don't want that to happen, I just don't really want it.
I think that there's questions, I wasn't at the planning commission to hear Baron speak on it, but I believe in the undulating land.
Yeah, you don't install fences on plate of glass.
And I understand the need for variances, but I just, from 6 to 8, I question that seems.
I think when the county gets there, they'll ask the same question we just did, and they'll have to
If I
adjudicate
think
it.
of my
And
yard,
it's ultimately their decision anyway, whether we get it or not, so.
Yeah,
and they're case by case, these are case by case, so.
Gotcha.
That's okay, you wouldn't say that.
Well,
no, this is a unique situation.
Unique.
But when someone says, has this come before the
Right.
board before, in that respect, yes, it would be precedent. A similar request.
just a concern.
Okay, you got one more?
One more. This one's a complicated one, it's hard to follow, it was hard to follow, anyways. request came from John and Carol Russell, owners of land parcel number TBM 00009, located at N9150 Humphrey Lane in Lakeview. The request is to allow the construction of a lakeside deck that encroaches on the county's current setback requirement by 6 feet. County's current method considers land parcels with or without structure to determine setbacks. As early as 2000, the prior method determined a setback requirement based on structure only. Both methods create an average setback requirement because many structures predate any requirement. The previous landowners created a separate lot. A lot that is non-buildable, non-conforming by today's standards. By doing so, the landowner increased the setback average, thus nullifying the Russell's petition to build their deck. Hence the reason to petition for a variance.
Well, it would have only nullified it if they had not split it off to an unbuildable lot, correct?
Right, but
The
that was the
previous
previous owner
average.
did it, yes, yeah, right.
The average before the
Yeah, they would have,
unbuildable lot.
it would have complied, yeah, they would have fallen, yeah.
Okay.
But in this, well, I'll continue on. The planning commission, well, basically reacted and unanimously approved the variance, believing the contiguous substandard and non-buildable lot was created a unique property limitation, and thus presents an unnecessary hardship for the Russells to build their deck. They also believe a 6-foot encroachment presents no harm to public interest. The variance is endorsed by Russell's adjacent neighbors. So yes, what you said, yeah, by creating that lot, it reverts back to a 75-foot setback, and it gets added into the average. I don't know if it's a tough one to follow. I mean, I really had to wrap my head around this, but, yeah, it increased the setback requirement. But it's just, but because it's not buildable, non-conforming, it's like, I don't even know what it's a curiosity why it was even created, because, why it was.
Yeah, we don't know what the purpose of creating a
Creating that,
non-buildable
But,
lot
no,
was.
but it did indeed, increase the average, yeah, nullifies their previous, allowance. I mean, they basically would fall under the old way of measuring, or the old average, if that lot wasn't created.
It sounds like the planning commission considered the variance, standards or issues for review, so if the town board is going to approve, I think in the motion, it needs to accept the variance standard findings made by the planning commission. So when it goes to county, they know that it's been considered.
So just the last paragraph, you see?
I don't have it before me, so,
The variance standard.
yes.
Yes. So include the last paragraph of each report with that motion, or with the resolution to send to the county. All right, so you didn't make a motion on this one yet, did you? No. Just kidding.
Yes, that last paragraph would be fine.
You could add into the motion then?
Yeah.
I move that, we accept the variance request from John and Carol Russell, owners of land parcel PBM 00009, located at North 9150 Humphrey Lane, pursuant to the interpretation of the planning commission, believing that the non-buildable lot has created a unique property limitation, and thus presents an unnecessary hardship for the Russells to build their deck. We also believe the 6-foot enclosure presents no public interest, no harm to public interest. The variance is endorsed by the Russells neighbors, adjacent neighbors.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second,
I'll second.
we have Church second, any further discussion? Church?
I'm just thinking about how an average setback is calculated. In my mind, if it's a non-buildable lot, it would make the setback shorter rather than
No.
longer, but I'm
No,
going
no.
from the wrong end.
Depends on which.
It's 75 feet.
Yeah.
So the lot next to it, you have to consider that as 75 feet also. If there were a home there that was closer, then you use that as the average. So it does decrease.
Some of the homes are old, they predated
So
a lot
it's
of
on the
this,
front
and
of
that's
the
how
lot.
the average
Okay.
is created an average based on that.
Okay. Thank you for that helps.
All right, any further questions? Okay, on the motion to approve the variance at North 9150 Humphrey Lane, all in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Opposed? None, 5-0. Thank you, Pete.
Good job on